So, do we need to have a conversation about Fortnite? Is Fortnite truly dying? Because over the past day or so, other creators like CypherPK, and this is currently live, they are playing Roblox. Is Fortnite dead, chat? Well, what is happening? I just joined. We're talking about the mass exodus. Is this the beginning of the end? As players and content creators decide to move from Fortnite to games like Roblox, in something that could be the great Roblox migration. And can content creators who have been very critical of Fortnite's current position move to Roblox and not look a little bit two-faced? Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to discuss. CypherPK literally has done a video and it did get some like positive feedback on Twitter, and I'm not going to show the tweet because I would get my video banned. If you've seen the tweet, you've seen the tweet. He obviously did a video a few days ago where he basically did Fortnite Battle Royale is dying. I've done this video twice, in fact, recently, talking about how I believe that UEFN is the future for Fortnite and how I believe that Battle Royale is a aging sort of game mode that many people don't really want to play, and it's not great for content. Battle Royale, for the most part, is very limiting because it sometimes doesn't allow a lot of storytelling, and it's very rigid in terms of the content you can create on it. So there's that. But I've done this video twice, but it got a good response, to be fair. But yeah, currently he's playing Roblox, which is fair. All cards on the table. About 4 months back, I did consider setting up a third channel for a Roblox channel. I looked into it. I decided against it. And that was very much before all the other stuff that has happened. Because that would be my crux of this whole... Like, where are these content creators' heads at? CypherPK, Nick30, and maybe Typical Gamer. Like, it's one thing being around Fortnite where we had all the issues with the... not the RMC, what are they called? The FNS, the the people who sued Epic Games for $500 million in terms of their credit card payments and not have enough protection for kids. It's one thing being there when it's happening and trying to navigate, I guess, the issues and the content and what you say about it as a content creator in that scene. But for me, it's very weird and a little... I would very much question their decision making here of going to Roblox when it's in its current state. Yes, it's got 40 million concurrent players. Like, literally, what the hell am I looking at here? What's this? A lot of the talk and conversation about Fortnite recently has been a lot to do with UEFN, with the metaverse, and with Fortnite seemingly not knowing what direction they're going into. I think Fortnite does know what direction they're going into, and it's away from Battle Royale because it's struggling as a game mode in terms of the gaming space, not just Fortnite. So I would question. You see Roblox, you see all that talk, and you think, yeah, this is a game where I want to take my community to. Everyone talks about Fortnite and their thumbnails, Fortnite and their thingy, and then they go to a game like Roblox, which is maybe I need to think of a bit of nuance because Roblox was first, and that's very much in their space, and Fortnite is trying to not cater to it, but obviously trying to have a creator space, very much like Roblox. So I get it in that respect, but at the same time, maybe I do need to think of it like that. Like, you are going to a very different game with a very different format, and it's well established at this. But obviously, I don't know how you look at all the stuff that's going on in Roblox at the moment in terms of their legal troubles and how they're even dealing with it. It's not like the case that they've been presented with this information and just going, oh, well, that's terrible. Thank you to bring this to our attention. We have to sort this. They go, what? So, I mean, from a content side, I will admit I'm not enjoying Fortnite that much. Not right now. Not motivated to make videos. Yeah, but is your head to go to Roblox? Like, I would... Like, as I said, 4 months ago, I considered it, and this was before the other stuff, and I wouldn't even touch the game now. I don't care if I would get 1 million views, 10 million views, I just wouldn't touch the game. Like, literally, I'm watching in the background, literally CypherPK currently playing Dress to Impress. The pinnacle of the gaming space. Look, everyone's used to say about Fortnite, just because Fortnite has millions of players playing it, does it make it a good game? That used to be the argument. When Fortnite was top, does that make it a good game? Just because it's got all the players, does that make it a good game? But I mean, I expect it from Cypher with obviously the controversy he's had with his maps. Oh, no, that wasn't me. That was a third party. Me? Nah, it was some random guys who just came to me with a map with stolen assets from the original Grow Garden. Nothing to do with me. Why are we talking about Kurstama and now Nigel Farage? Like, listen, I'm going to make this into a video. Someone's going to watch this video back and go, why is chat talking about Nigel Farage and Kurstama? I'm trying not to attack Roblox in any way because, you know, I've seen some pretty good games on there. There's some pretty well-made games, and some of the changes I saw they made a couple days ago. I saw some clips about new processes they're putting in for developers, and it looks banging. I'm not going to lie, it looks good. But honestly, if you're in the space already with all the stuff going on, I understand it. But what Cypher, Nick30, and Typical Gamer, large audiences in the Fortnite space, decides to play a game, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they even mention that stuff. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, I don't know if I discussed, because I've been here, there, and everywhere. I don't know if I discussed, I don't know how these content creators, and definitely Cypher with some of the videos he's pulled out recently talking about the state of Fortnite and this, and that, and the other, and saying his opinions, and then he just goes and play Roblox and not acknowledge, like, he's got to acknowledge the stuff they're going through currently. Okay, genius, that deserves a timeout for that one. You can look at Fortnite to see how easy it is to moderate this kind of stuff. Like, I rarely see weird, creepy stuff in Fortnite, just AI slop. Yeah, like, we go at Fortnite for the AI slop. Well, certain creators do. I'm kind of a bit more on the fence about it. And as much as we give Fortnite a lot of trash because of their position currently, like, people saying Roblox is this, Roblox is that, I don't know. I'm just... Like, it's fine to turn around and say you don't want to play Fortnite anymore, you want a new experience, but is that experience really Roblox? Like, it has some really good games I can see from the outside looking in, but I don't know how you can say everything you say about Fortnite and then just play Roblox and not look at yourself in the mirror and go, am I just two-faced? Like, Fortnite does have its issues, but Roblox got massive issues. I still play Roblox, been on there since 2013. The UGC in the early days was good, but now it's pretty interesting. I'm sure there's some good user-generated content still on the platform, but, you know, there will be... there probably, as there is on Fortnite. There should be a rule against AI in Fortnite Creative. Well, Fortnite just implemented their whole AI help with their UEFX... No, sorry. Let me rewind back. They've implemented it into their Unreal Engine, I believe. Unreal Engine has an AI help to them to code now, I believe, which they're working towards, but I don't think it's a new EFN yet. But I don't think they're completely... That's quite strong side on it. I don't think Cypher deserves an icon skin anymore, to be honest. I wish I never bought his skin. Doesn't care about the community. As long as he can make a quick buck. I know, literally a few days ago, he made a whole video about Fortnite Battle Royale obviously dying, but in terms of the player base, and I mean, we've had that conversation several times on the channel. I mean, we only had a stream with Pro Zero, Clark, and Loot Station talk about the exact same thing, and not jumping down the rabbit hole of going, Fortnite's dying. I mean, yeah, Battle Royale has completely lost over 900% of its player base in the last 2 years. Like, it's gone from 2 million, obviously, because that was the only game, to 100,000. Yes, I can understand it. It's lost player base, but that's because Battle Royale. In terms of Fortnite, they have found other games. Bro is a millionaire off a game. When you make that much money, you don't need money. You just need to invest, and you have infinite money. Unless you're terrible at investing. I mean, he has Oni Studios, so I'm sure Bro is fired, and he makes his own Fortnite maps, doesn't he? So, which are currently, I'm pretty sure, quite high up the... I'm surprised people like Nick30 and TG haven't played and switched to Roblox already, but I guess Nick finally feels freedom of another game now. The whole argument about freedom of another game, I had this conundrum like a year ago, maybe even 6 months ago. I actually came to the conclusion that it's all in your head, because you're still playing a game you like. It's nothing to do with freedom as much. You either have a cyan type relationship with the game where you love it to the point that you end up hating it, or you end up thinking very logically about the scenario and you just leave the game or start playing other games. Like, I don't understand nothing. No one's forcing you to play Fortnite. It's a really weird social conundrum how people are so invested. I don't get it. I don't get how people like. Yeah, I've played Fortnite a lot, and I can think, oh, maybe I should have played other games, but at the same time, I didn't because I enjoyed playing Fortnite. And then I can retrospectively go, God, imagine when that game was released back in 2024, and I played more of that game. I'm kind of missed out, but at the same time, I played Fortnite, which I really enjoyed. And I don't think people get past that thought process. It's, oh my God, this game has taken all my time, and I didn't play his other games. The biggest problem with Fortnite Creative is memory. Yeah, memory limits a big issue. I still don't understand why they don't give certain, like, okay, yes, it'd be a bit controllative to give certain creators, but if there is a memory issue and they don't have enough server space, which I very much think they do have enough server space, some needs about 200,000. But it's much better than it was, wasn't it? Like, you can balance memory between certain parts and spaces and stuff, but it still is a big problem. If they made an adventure RPG game, put all the lore characters in, and made a BR side mode, the numbers would go up. Yeah, but that was my initial sort of thing. I don't know how far I went into the conversation, but that's the problem with Battle Royale. It is limiting in terms of content and in terms of playing the game. That you only jump in 20 minutes, and now we've got even quicker game modes like Blitz and Reload, which I think is a bigger part of the issue as well, which is changing the brain chemistry of players in terms of what they want to experience. A faster game, but I think there's other issues about how BR is looked in terms of mobility and in terms of weapons. I think they do need to simplify it a bit more. Back to what someone was saying about the OG sort of thing, because I'm enjoying OG because simplicity. But if they just move that simplicity to BR, I think it'd be playing better. But in terms of content, you can only do so much with a Battle Royale. Games like Roblox and user-generated content, like what Fortnite has, the content possibilities are endless if you can find the maps. And people like ScypherPK, and he has been doing it more recently as well. Get your hand, put it in your pocket, get out money, and then boom, tell your teams to make the maps and to make the content. And before someone goes, well, that means he has to spend his own money. Yeah, if that's what he's got to do to do it, which Roblox creators, ask Minecraft creators. That's what they've been doing for the last 20 years. That's what. Okay, I want a game, this, that, and the other. Can you please do that? And some developer's going to go, okay, I can do that. There you go, bang. That's what they've been doing for years. Even Minecrafters, which is a very a fast game with so much possibilities, they're even getting like, oh, can you do this? Because I can't do it. And they've got money they will spend. And that's what ScypherPK has been doing recently, which I said about a few months ago. More creators need to be, unfortunately, putting their own hands in their pocket and spending the money to make these maps or content. Game fell off with the ridiculous and constant collabs, loss of art style, loss of identity, a loss of simplicity, loss of care for the community. I'd somewhat disagree. Storyline maybe here and there and everywhere. Collabs have been too constant. Art style, I would, in terms of like the main game, in terms of like user generated content, that's difficult. That's up to there. But there is still very much an art style to Fortnite. There is still very much a community. Like, there's another point about this whole thing about moving to Roblox. Like, what do Fortnite have to do after the absolute great FNCS we had at the weekend? They had some major announcement for competitive in 2026 and really good signs. And that is, and Fortnite has been given some good details. There's some details you won't like. There's millions of players to keep happy, and some of them won't be happy. But I would disagree with community. I think they have been working at it, and you ain't gonna like some stuff. That is the way for some things. But yeah, we've just had this good announcement, and they still go to Roblox, which have had their own issues, and I don't know. Main BR needs a better mid game and lower bots to pick back up. They need to add more stuff that's more rewarding. Get higher tier loot is still way too easy. I mean, things we have brought up on the channel before. I think the gameplay loop for this season, and at least for Lawless was better than it has been. But yeah, and there's still some way off. For Star Wars, it was non-existent, so there was no gameplay loop for Star Wars. Overall, I just think it's a bit rich from creators such as Cypher and others switching to Roblox, that has probably more issues currently than Fortnite has, and probably similar issues in certain respects with their UGC content. People say we're literally Robloxification Fortnite up, and saying they don't like that, but at the same time move into Roblox. Is it not a bit rich, or is it some sort of poetic beauty where Fortnite has almost put it on the plate for Roblox? But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about this video. Hit the like button and subscribe if you did enjoy it. Until next time, it's been Boy Mr. J. White. Next time, bye bye.